When we go to the doctor, we trust that we'll be treated with care, respect, and fairness. Doctors swear under oath to treat all patients equally, but in reality, that is not always the case. Disparities in healthcare still persist, especially for women. A survey by the Kaiser Family Foundation in 2024 found that 23% of women aged 18 to 64 reported unfair treatment or disrespect by healthcare providers within the past 2 years.
Women are often dismissed, misdiagnosed, or stereotyped as over-emotional when they seek care. A study published in the Processings of the National Academy of Sciences shows that women are less likely than men to receive painkillers and, as a result, spend more time in emergency departments. Their pain is often attributed to psychological causes like anxiety or emotional distress because of the gender-based assumptions.
This is not new and is rooted in systemic biases, including gaps in research. Women are historically underrepresented in medical research because the U.S. did not require clinical studies to include both men and women until 1993. There was even a period in 1977 where women with childbearing potential were excluded from early-phase clinical research because of an FDA-issued guideline that was broadly applied to all women. As a result, there is a lack of data on the different ways diseases present themselves differently in the women than they would in men, contributing to higher mortality rates for female patients undergoing surgery or experiencing heart disease.
To further explore this issue, we visited Oasis, a haven for women and children, to interview Ms. Rosa Lasso and Ms. Jenny Vega, social workers who gave insight on just how important equality is in healthcare.
We're here at Oasis to interview some people and find some answers. Let's go.
Ms. Jenny Vega states, from a social worker's perspective, yes, gender bias is both common and deeply present, especially in women's healthcare. We are in a unique position to elevate these issues, advocate for systematic reforms, and support our clients in navigating biased systems. Awareness is not the end goal, but is an essential foundation for change.
Although Title VII of the Civil Rights Act makes any medical discrimination illegal, it doesn't entirely eliminate this problem. The law reduces any obvious displays of any discrimination, but increases the prevalence of microaggressions. Microaggressions, subtle displays of discrimination, can have a lasting impact on patients. The growing disrupt in healthcare providers can strain the relationship between patients and doctors, straying from the goal of good health for all.
So my name is Rosa Lasso. I am a social worker here at Oasis, a haven for women and children. As a social worker, I work with community members from the city of Patterson. When meeting with my clients, they have reached out and spoken about how they feel like probably not understood, seen by a male physician. One experience that I will share with you all is had a client who came once and spoke about her experience when seeing a physician, and she expressed how she felt uncomfortable because there was a point where she felt like her symptoms weren't being taken too seriously, and then she discussed about how it was somewhat dismissed. So as a social worker, we encourage and we teach them to advocate for themselves, to research, and to feel confident in asking questions.
These issues are mainstream, yet too often overlooked and need to be addressed. Real changes start when we tell stories, recognize the signs of bias, and hold the healthcare system accountable.
This responsibility doesn't just fall on policymakers or doctors. It starts with us. Patients, students, teachers, and supporters all play a role in working towards better women's healthcare in America.